Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. Talking about the do's and the don'ts of the financial markets, how to have income strategies with the market, but also wealth strategies with the market. If you happen to miss 2 tickets for the investing class that we do at our local academies, these are classes, physical classes, a place to go to learn how to trade, to learn how to invest, and do that with confidence. Get your phones ready. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets and a quick start kit. This kit will help you get started right away. In that last segment, we were talking about some different income strategies in the market. We were talking about a little bit earlier, there's that R word that's looming in the air, that recession, the recession talks that are happening. And wouldn't it be nice to have a backup plan just in case that does happen? Because think about that. If there's a recession, usually jobs are lost. And a lot of people are going to be down on their luck. Well, now is the time to take action, learn income strategies with the market. So if that does happen, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, at least there's a backup plan. But if you think about that as well, let's just say everything goes nice and great. Well, then hopefully there's an opportunity to have 2 income strategies. That's how you really build wealth. Right. And that's about some of the things that we're going to talk about here today on this segment is how to actually build wealth, but also protect what you have. You know, we have a lot of listeners and a lot of people that have been coming to these investing classes that have been in the markets sometimes 20, 30, 40 years, 401ks and IRAs. So they've been saving for a long time. And they don't want to lose that to a market drop because they're planning for retirement. They're getting close to retirement. Some have retired, and they want to be able to continue to stay retired and not have to go get another job or a part-time job. So, Al, I want you to talk a little bit about, let's just talk about IRAs. So let's just say somebody has an IRA and they have it with a broker or advisor, or maybe they even direct it. What are some of the opportunities that they have to protect, but also continue to grow that during these down markets?
Yeah, there's a number of reasons for looking at setting up your own IRA, a self-directed IRA. Even if you have a 401k or 403b, if you're still working and you're contributing to that, there's a point at which the free money will stop. In other words, the match that your employer provides is only a certain amount up to a certain point. After that, you're still encouraged to put money into those 401ks. 401ks, 403bs, all of those employer-sponsored retirement plans have very high fees associated with them. And really, it's almost guaranteeing that you're going to fail to have what you could have when you're being charged those high fees. That's taking money out of your accounts and also then not having money there that is compounding for you. So setting up a self-directed IRA eliminates those fees. Maybe after you have reached that point where you no longer get the free money, the match from your employer, maybe the extra money you would have put in, you can put into a self-directed IRA. So you eliminate the fees. That is a huge thing. That's one of the most important things you can do to increase your financial security. And secondly, you have many more choices, including the ability to protect your assets. In an employer-sponsored retirement plan, it's pretty hard to have any kind of protection. You can't have a stop loss on a mutual fund, for example. You can't use options in a way that provides protections. Options can be used as an insurance policy on your portfolio. In other words, if your portfolio goes down in value, you can have an option position that will go up to counter that. You can do that in a self-directed IRA. You can use the futures market, the foreign exchange market, which is a currencies, basically the difference in interest rates between 2 different currencies. Options are as a contract you trade on something. We go over all these things. So if you don't know much about futures, forex, or options, don't worry about it. It's just you haven't been taught about it, and that's what we do. But those assets can be used in up markets, down markets. There's some great strategies with options to use in a sideways market. Again, you can have protection on your portfolio. So you've got options there, and I don't mean just the options market. I mean, you have choices is what I meant. You have choices there that you don't have in your employer-sponsored retirement plan, which can give you some significant benefits. We show you how to do that. Pretty much every broker will let you set up a self-directed account, and there's no cost to do that. But you have so many more options. There are so many more choices. And futures and forex, by the way, trade basically 24 hours a day, so you can choose when you want to participate. But they have leverage, so you've got that benefit of leverage with an option. Kind of a rule of thumb is if the underlying asset, if you're trading options on a stock, for example, and the stock is up 10%, the option is probably going to be up 100% or more. That's just kind of a rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's just more opportunities that are out there. And you kind of brought up a great subject or a great thing that people actually do. And sometimes it's conditioning. And what people are kind of conditioned to do is you said, if you don't know about this stuff, don't worry about that. And I think what happens with a lot of people is if they don't know something, they say, oh, I don't even want to learn it. I don't even want to know what that is. But this is your financial future, right? And we're trained and conditioned from a young age, everybody is, to go and just hope things get to a point and you hope you have enough to retire. Well, how about taking action? Take action now. Learn these skills and techniques. I mean, it's not rocket science. You just haven't been taught yet. Just like anything that you've done in life. I'm teaching I taught my kid how to ride a bike. You know how long it took to ride that bike? One push and he was going, right? But he didn't want to start it. He didn't want to try it because it was scary. It was something a little bit different. And then after about 5 minutes, he goes, hey, you know what? I'm getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, but he started with training wheels, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the key is don't be afraid of some of these things. These are great opportunities. You just have to learn how to do that. Yeah. In these investing classes, we break it down for the average person. So that way, if you don't know anything about the stock market, we can break it down for you, ask questions in these classes. They're free classes. They're about 2 hours. We do them during the week. We also have these on the weekend. So text right now for 2 tickets for this investing class. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets and that quick start kit, which will help you get started right away and also learn some different terminology and help you become more comfortable taking that next step. So you're talking about directing your own 401ks and IRAs, and I think what's happening right now, and I don't think people realize it, is as markets are dropping, they're losing to the market, but there's also that hand in the cookie jar.
That's correct.
Talk about that MF swear word, mutual funds. You know, well, hold on, everybody. It's mutual funds. It's probably one of the most devastating things in a retirement account. Talk about mutual funds real quick, and then what we can do as an alternative.
Yeah, well, mutual funds carry a fee. There are mutual fund managers. The guys that manage those funds, typically it's a group, are not minimum wage people. They're making maybe millions of dollars a year. You're paying that. All the advertising you see, you're paying that. There could be as many as maybe 17 different fees within your 401k, most of those associated with mutual funds. But also you've got the broker's fees. So you've got really 2 different forms of fees that are being taken out. When you retire and you're taking money out, when you're drawing, maybe there's that 4% idea that a lot of brokers push. They say that when you built up your retirement account, if you take out just 4% a year, you'll be fine. Well,
you kind of need a lot in there to live off 4%.
You absolutely do,
Think about
especially these days. But
what's 4% of $100,000 now? Do the math.
That's not very good. It's $4,000.
I thought you needed a calculator, but that's not that much.
Divide that by 12 and look at what you've got monthly to live on.
Exactly.
And maybe you've got some Social Security there, but how strong is that? And how much of the benefits are going to be paid out maybe in the next 10 years or so. But, it's important for you to understand, how those fees impact you. When you're retired and you're taking money out, if you're taking that 4% out, the financial advisor and the mutual fund may be taking 4% out too. So there's double dipping there, which is declining the pile of money you have in your retirement account quickly.
Yeah, and think about that pile as a snow pile. Eventually it will be gone. And so we have a lot of people that want to leave legacies. You can't leave a legacy if you're drawing down those assets, that 401k or IRA, quicker. So, don't just get to that point and just get by. That's supposed to be the golden years of your lives. Be able to do the fun things that you want to do. Don't do what they tell you to do. Spend less. Take a little bit out, and then we'll take. What they're going to do is take the same thing out, so it's drawing it down much faster. Learn these skills and techniques right now, because it all comes down to that one C word that Al's been talking about through this whole show: having more choices. Have more choices in those retirement years. So right now, text the word investing to 210-210 for some tickets for an investing class. So that way you can at least be inspired to do something a little bit different. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. In these investing classes, we talk about mutual funds, how they can be devastating, some of the alternatives that you have in retirement accounts, how to have the potential to lower those fees or maybe even eliminate them, but also invest with confidence. But how you invest with confidence starts with a little bit of knowledge and then building some skills with the stock market or whatever that market may be. Futures, Forex. By the way, Al's talking about futures, Forex, and options. That most brokers will allow you to do that in your retirement account.
They will.
Because now you have more choices, and that's what it all comes down to. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 to learn more. Coming up next, Al, we've been talking about a lot of different topics. I want to start inspiring people, especially if they're not in the market now or if they are, to do it themselves, to learn the skills and techniques now, to do things differently, hopefully even better. This is Josh and Al. We'll be right back.